Yo, what it is, everybody? Thanks for tuning back into another episode here on the Speedbug channel. I got an interesting comparison video for you guys, and this is going to help out a lot of the car guys out there. I also get asked this question, and it is a often searched feature online, but there is really no definitive answer. And what I'm going to do is give you my honest opinion of exactly what I think is a good balance between both some of the pros from each of them and some of the negatives from the other ones, and also running them on multiple vehicles. Now, we're going to talk solely about the Toyo R888Rs and the Hoosier R7s. Now, yes, some places will label them as like an auto circuit tire and stuff like that. Well, they're still both radials, technically. But one is a slick, and then this is obviously more of a drag radial. But it is, still classified as summer tire, super sticky tire. It's pretty much the last that you can get until you're in, full drag radial. I mean, not that Mickey Thompsons are any better or any worse, but we're talking in stock tire form and stuff like that, not changing the rim size and things like that. So, I personally think that the Toyo R888 R, not just the R888, is probably the best low-profile stock sizing drag radial on the market for street driving, as opposed to the slick that I also have been running, which is the Hoosier R7s on Snow White now. Now, I've ran both of them on Snow White, and I've ran the R888s on many cars, and actually the Pikachu actually has all R888s currently on it at the moment. And so actually right now, because so does Snow White, because I use those as my street tires. But when I'm at the track, I change out the backs to the Hoosiers. Now, here's the one thing that I will tell you, and some of the guys that are maybe watching this that have Z06s and stuff like that, the Pilot Sport Cup 2s. Great tire. I think they wear out too fast for the money. Are they sticky? Sure. Not as sticky as the R888, and they're about the same price, and they wear out fast. They just don't come with as much meat on them, and to me, that's what doesn't make them a great buy. As far as the tire itself and using them, because I know that question's going to probably come up in the comments, I don't have any real problems with the tire. I just think that it wears out too quick for what you get on it. I don't remember the exact tread depth, but I know you get a hell of a lot more meat on the Hoosiers and the R888R, so that's why it makes it a better buy to me. So we're pushing that one aside. Any of the 4S's and stuff like that, those are not even in the picture because they have nowhere near the sticky compound of these two tires. And I'm going after these two tires because, not only because I specifically use them, because it's pretty much the stickiest tire that you can get now in the 19 and 20 inch rim that's in like a 30 series and 25 series sidewall profile. So the good thing is driving around with the Toyos, they do get sticky once they get hot, and they provide great traction. Going to the drag strip and racing them, I do think they're great once they really get hot. But you kind of got to sit there and spin them to get hot. And as you're sitting there chewing them up on concrete, at $500-600 a tire, you're like, damn, how long do I have to sit in this water box and get these damn things hot before you're like, I'm just chewing up my tires. But once they get hot, yeah, they hook, and they hook all right. Now, opposed to the Hoosiers, now the Hoosiers worked fantastic, and when I went out, they worked great. Did they provide more grip? Absolutely. But running in as well to the same problem that I actually had to spin with those just a little bit hard, a little bit faster, and then of course a little bit longer, and they ended up actually providing a lot more grip. And hell, that car makes 500-600 more horsepower than Pikachu, so it was kind of a no-brainer. That also were going to hook better. Their tread compound rating is significantly stickier, and I had nothing but great things to say about them. The downside to them is that you really don't want to run them on the street because they don't have really any line. So if you get caught in water, they're horrible. Not that the Toyo R888s R's are really any better, but they do have water passages and things like that. So if you do get caught in them, you do have some sense of security so that you can get to where that you have to be. If you had to put those on your car, meaning the Hoosiers on all four corners, and you got caught in the rain, you'd pretty much be screwed, and I would be worried that I would be totaling my car because there pretty much are no water dissipation passages on the tire. It is pretty much a pure slick. And of course, I will post the treads, for the ones that don't know, I will post the pictures of the tread patterns on the screen so you guys can see this. So overall, which tire do I think is better? I think this makes a great street tire, and a lot of people are misconsumed by being a drag radial because I also run the Nitto 555Rs on the Trans Am, which turns out to be an actually really good tire as well. This tire actually turns out to be really good if you're in a warm climate and the ground always stays warm. The shitty part, just as the Hoosier and just as the Nitto, if the ground is cold, the tires become very hard and hard as a rock, and then they're like just as slippery, if not slippier, than a traditional all-season tire, and it absolutely makes no sense to even have them on your car. So just keep that in mind. That is a downside. If you do live in a warm climate, or if it's 40 or 50 degrees, then the ground's cold and stuff like that, you ain't hooking in any of those. Even if you do a big-ass burnout, the ground is still going to be cold. They're not going to hook like if the ground was hot. So only real big downside that to the Toyos is that they just kind of make a lot of road noise, but that's kind of expected just based on their compound. The Hoosiers do as well, but then again, my exhaust and everything else, whatever you're putting on your car, if you're putting this on a car or any other car, road noise from a tire is probably your least concern. So overall, which one is better? I think this makes a better street tire. It's probably the pinnacle of street tire, in my opinion, at the moment. The Hoosier is probably the best drag tire at the moment that is out in the stock low-profile form, and I think, and they're literally about the same price, about $500 a piece. So if you want to play with your stock wheels and keep your stock form and race kind of like how I do, Hoosier for the track, R888 for the street. This can be a dual purpose, but you will definitely get better grip, and make sure you got a second set of wheels or some replicas or something so that you can put those slicks on the back, because you're not going to want to drive home and drive with those suckers on the street because they pick up all kinds of shit and rocks and stuff like that, and you just don't want to deal with it. So I figured I would do that quick comparison for you guys and let all of y'all know neither one is better than the other. Well, they're just better at different things, and I really do think that both of them excel very well. And hell, even for the Camaro, but the Camaro still has the Goodyear still on them currently at the moment, sitting right there. And when those wear out, it's probably going to get R888Rs as well, at least for the back, once we increase the boost, do the cam and all that other jazz, because you know I can't leave nothing alone. So stay tuned for that. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any questions, I will try and answer in the comments below. But thanks for tuning in. Facebook, Instagram, @Speedbug, same name. Here's YouTube. Peace.